verse. Add value to my work, check the volume on my work. You get what you give, and I'm loving all the perks. Easy gift and the curse, make them check another verse.
What's good, world? It's your boy Eazy. Easily done. This is easy said than done. Um, I want to talk about them. We in that point in the year of basketball in the NBA. It's closing down. We're getting close to that championship, but right now it's the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals. Tonight is going to be Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals: the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is kind of the changing of the guard scenario. We're not seeing, and I don't really want to say it's a bunch of dudes in the league that need to step aside. If you can still ball, you can still ball. LeBron James is 40 and still putting up all-star numbers. My thing is that he ain't got nothing left to prove, but that's another conversation. Um, we're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Listen, I love the star players of each one of these teams. That's that changing of the guard concept I was trying to allude to. You got SGA, right? Shea Gilgris Alexander, point guard, MVP candidate. The man is like 24, 25 maybe, right? Been a all-star the last, I think, standard all-star starter the last 2-3 years straight. The man's been outstanding, just ascension, right? Um, he's the star of this OKC team, bro. Right? And I like OKC because OKC, I like the franchise. If for us guys who, I don't want to say it was that long ago, so it really ain't even about age right now. But we all remember when OKC introduced us to Kevin Durant, uh, Westbrook, and James Harden. And you can also add what was my man man, the power forward, but they had a young team that was outstanding. It reminds me a lot of this team, except I ain't gonna put Shea yet on no KD level. You know what I mean? Maybe a Harden. And KD to me is a tier below the LeBron, Kobe, and Mike. He's a tier below them. You know what I mean? Only reason why, and he would be on their level, except for that. To me, that whole ass shit he did going to Golden State is just inexplicable. You feel me? But let me say this, right? Just to kind of give him a validation. I believe he did what he did because LeBron went to Miami. So he felt like the way LeBron got them rings, he wanted to get his rings. And I know people gonna argue about the differences. To me, it ain't none. You know what I mean? Now, the the difference in their way of thinking versus them OGs, the Isaiah Thomases, the Larry Birds, the Magics, the Jordans, the Julius, the dude from the 80s and 70s and 90s, they would have never teamed up like that. It's a competition thing with them. Unless it was just like we're at the end of our careers, our value is not what it once was. Like when Boston did it with KD and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen. All them dudes was near the end of their career. They're all past their prime, but they were still very good, really good players. So that team up wasn't the same, But to be in our prime, it's like I want how it was. It becomes a not even competition no more. It's how easy can I get a championship, and you can't be mad at them because they got the right to do it. It's just that competitive guy in me. I got a homeboy. You raw. If we hooping, I'm hooping. But we came out here to have a good time. I don't want to just thrash these dudes that we about to play against. So if we playing a pickup game, I kind of want us to be on separate. If we the two best players, we gonna want to be on separate teams and put teams together. But you my homie though, like this is about competition. This ain't about no beef. I don't fuck with you. It's just in the sake of competition, I want you to be on the other side because it's gonna make this more like earned, right? This dub, this win. But when KD went to Golden State, he just was like, "How's the easiest way I can get a championship?" You know. But the whole point of me saying what I'm saying is about KD being a member of this OKC organization when he first came into the league, and I love this group they got now. It reminds me of the and the guy I was thinking about earlier was Ibaka, right? Um, with Shea Gilgris Alexander, Chet Holmgren, and then Jalen Williams. I love Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. Now Holmgren hasn't touched his prime yet. That's the scary thing, right? He might be around the same age as Shea, maybe a little younger. You know what I mean? I think they drafted Chet a year after Shea. Chet is like a poor man's version of that same dude we talking about. Not even KD. I don't even want to put him in KD. He's like a mix of KD and Dirk, right? But he's not doesn't do the defensive stuff well yet, except for he's a good shot blocker. But that's off ball shot blocking. Like face to face, man up defense. But you can see the potential, right? Like he keep getting a little bit stronger. That boy gonna be OKC can win it based on how well Chet Holmgren plays. I don't care who they play. He plays physical, plays aggressive, gets some points, helps Shea and Jalen. I'm telling you, I love Minnesota. I ain't even begun to speak about Minnesota. That's how good the boys ain't win 68 games for no reason, bro. They is extremely talented. I don't think people understand how good this Chet Holmgren guy is or Jalen Williams. They got two Jalen Williams too, right? You got Jalen, the starter, the all-star, small forward, right? He's like Shea's Pippen while Shea's Jordan. Like Shea gonna get that boy got a savviness to get his points, right? His mid-range game is nasty. He got a mean mid-range game. And he got a first step out this world. He'll 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 walk up the ball, get you on that eye to eye level, you in front of him, and then just hit you with that first step. He blows by people. Like I love Shea. I love Shea's all around game. I don't think he's a true point guard though, but that don't matter. He can play the point, right? But Jalen got an all around game as well, right? He can shoot from the outside, mid range. He's long, can take it to the hole, right? Can go right or left. If Shea's supporting cast plays to their capability, can nobody beat them. The only problem is they're young. It's the youngest team in the entire NBA. Every one of their starters, Shea Gilgris, I don't know how to say his first name, Luguentz Dort, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, maybe Isaiah Hartenstein might be. I promise you that boy ain't no older than 27. See what I'm saying? They a young team. Their oldest player is Alex Caruso. And Alex, like, same thing, 27, 28. He just got a little more experience, right? But they are extremely young. I'm talking about these dudes are all just removed from college. You feel me? Like nobody on this team got more than 8 years experience. I don't believe so. You probably gotta go way into their bench. They really gotta if they can keep 7 of these dudes on this team, boy, they're gonna win a championship. The question is, are they gonna win one this year? Because we're gonna talk about these Minnesota Timberwolves, right? Everybody's favorite player right now. I ain't met a man yet that ain't trying to root for this man to win a championship. Anthony Edwards. That's why, as much as OKC is the favorite, they're number one seed. I had to talk about Minnesota last in this little match between these two because everybody named Mama that I talked to face want to see Anthony Edwards win a championship. Like he's our new Kobe. I'm telling you, we love this dude. Highly competitive, has all the whole tool package in a player. Can handle the rock, explosive, can shoot the three, and defense. What can you not ask of this kid to do? The key for him winning this championship is Julius Randle. Julius got to be all-star level right now. Ain't no streaky shit going on, which was his MO before coming to this situation. But I Julius, I can see want this ring because this is the farthest he ever been. This is the closest he's ever sniffed a championship, right? If Randall shows up, right? And then the other factor, Jaden McDaniels. Dog, Jaden McDaniels is like the same thing I'm saying about Chet Holmgren with OKC. The potential. He like 6'8", elite defender, right? But he can give you 20. He just ain't been doing it consistently yet. But he's like, I don't know who's younger because both of these dudes babies between Anthony and Jaden, right? That's his Pippin. Really, is Randall if you go by stats, but Jaden's potential. Eventually, they might make Jaden the number 2 and Randall the number 3. Like this Western Conference Finals is about to be fire. Really, really, both of them about to be fire. We ain't got to the East yet, right? It's about to be fire. This is about to be absolute great basketball being played. I don't even know what else to say, bro. You know what I mean? I was going to talk about the East, but we're going to do that on another episode. I just want to talk about this game tonight. You feel me? I'll do another one tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, I'm me just thinking about the matchups now, because I did just say, right, if Chet Holmgren play his best, OKC's damn near unbeatable. But I forgot about this X factor that Minnesota got. Who this is the learning. This is where Chet Holmgren to get to the greatness gonna have to outplay Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert is not a scorer, but this dude is the best defensive center in the NBA. Point blank, period. Defensive center, like rebound and block shots, bro. Rudy Gobert, the man's a 3-time or 2-time defensive player of the year right now. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was at Utah, it was every year he was straight pressure defensively. Offensively, his game is you just put the scores around him, but all the defensive stuff. That's why you see they got rid of Karl Anthony Towns. Rudy Gobert ain't going nowhere. That boy is defense. He's like 7 foot. See, that's the thing with Holmgren too. Holmgren's like 7'2" or 3 or 4. Like it's past 7 feet. Once you start getting like past 7 feet, all right, it's pressure now because you're long. You know what I mean? And Rudy's that same height. But this is where that's the matchup right now. Let me just go ahead and say it. The matchup between Chet Holmgren and Rudy Gobert going to decide this championship. I done X'd everything else out. You know what I mean? You got Shea and Edwards, 2 gangsters each side. Julius Randle, that's the vet out of all these dudes. He's been in the NBA a good little while. It's like his 10th year, 12th year, if I can correct myself. It's like his 12th year. You feel me? Listen, he's the vet, and I know he won't this ring. Everybody else is babies. Oh, excuse me. I just skipped past the other OG that Minnesota got. I'm talking this nigga been playing. I think he's 17 years. Mike Conley Jr. Right, and Mike Conley is the point guard for Minnesota. Shea is the point guard for OKC. Personally, Mike is a true point guard. Like if you remember Mike in his heyday, that man was a great, true point guard. He ain't gonna go out there. He'll give you 20 every now and then, but he gonna do the job of playing the point guard position, make sure everybody get their touches, get them in the right spot, distribute the basketball, bring it up. The beautifulness of his situation now is because Anthony Edwards is so raw, he ain't always got to bring it up. Sometimes Anthony do the ball handling because he can handle the rock for real. You know what I'm saying? Shea, and this is an important thing to know if you watch basketball, he's a good point guard. He's really a scorer. He's a combo guard if you really want to put it, where he's really a two guard because he don't have his job is not distribute when your job is to score all the points. It's like Iverson when he played in Philly. Iverson is built like a point guard, but his mentality is a shooting guard. I'm buckets. You want a true point guard to go out there and as much as I can get buckets, I got to make sure I feed my squad because if everybody eats, we win. You know what I mean? That's why Isaiah Thomas was wrong and Magic Johnson. I'm trying to think of other Tony Parker with the Spurs. You make sure everybody eat, but you got good guards next to these guys where it's gonna function. You know what I mean? It's gonna function. It's gonna work. That's why OKC wins. They win. They won 68 games with Shea playing the way he played. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's gonna be a good and it's gonna be a good Western Conference Finals. The East is gonna be raw too. We're gonna catch it on another episode. You know what I mean? They play tomorrow night. We're gonna catch that on another episode because that's a and you talking about point guard matchup. That's a elite level point guard matchup. All right. So we there now. Now it's about to get raw. It's about to get good. It's gonna be from here on out fire. And it's no matter who get there, it's a new one of the new faces of the NBA. You know? Shout out to these boys been holding the NBA down. And I ain't one of them people that I don't do that with stuff. Old generation and new. I don't do it with music. I don't do it with sports. I respect eras, point blank. But you gotta know where to look for what in different eras and respect what each era was great at. Cause they'll talk about how this era is more skill. But that old era was all kind of centers. That's why the game was slowed down. There was like dudes playing the block. Jokic would have had a whole type of hard time because every other game he's playing against an elite center. David Robinson, Shaq, Olajuwon, Ewing, Mourning. It would have been game and Mutombo. Game after game, he battling somebody in the paint, bro. For real. Game after game. See, this league now, he don't got a lot of people that gonna battle him down there. So he puts in work. And I'm not saying he not it don't take nothing from his game, but I seen a thing on the internet comparing him to prime Shaq. He might get some work in with Shaq, you know what I mean? But a lot of his points come from second chances, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, Shaq on, and then I think he gonna have a hard time defending Shaq. See, Shaq gonna wear him down, in my opinion. Shaq gonna wear him down. He ain't gonna be able to put a body on Shaq. That alone it's gonna impose his will on him. Shaq gonna impose his will on him. But that's another conversation. Because I don't want to get that's that generation. We gonna start tripping but Shaq, give Shaq his credit. There's a reason why that nigga got 4 rings and Joker only got 1. See what I'm saying? Don't just because it's this era, man. Shaq got 4 rings, bruh. And could have, if it wasn't for the breakdown with him and Penny, they could have won another one. Like, bruh, telling you, man, Shaq was pressure. There's nothing to play with when we talk about dudes that just was one of ones. And Shaq is one of them, bruh. He's one of them. For real. That boy is one of them. He's one of them guys. He's him. Joker is too, but not on. I don't know. We're not gonna do that just because it's everything now isn't better than everything before. No, not everything. All right, that's another conversation, boy. It's your boy, easily done. Easy said, then done.